guys, another three riffs to teach you today. Super recognisable, pretty easy to play as well, all of them iconic, so we'll get straight into it. First off, Layla, Eric Clapton, brilliant song. This one starts up here on the 10th fret of the B string. What I do is I bar both the B and the E string, so I'm going to come back to that in a second, but I play on the 10th fret and hammer onto the 13th fret, and then the same on the top E string, 10th and 13th, then again the hammer on the B string, and then just a 10th on the E string. And then you're going to bend up a full tone on the 13th fret, and then release it. And the way to get this right is you're actually playing the note on the 15th fret, so you want to bend up to that note. So then down to the 10th fret, down to the 12th fret, on the top E string, then 13th on the B string, and then 10th on the top E string. Let's same again. Then this time it's a full tone bend on the 15th fret up to the 17th, so bend up to this note. Then the same again, 12th on the top E string, 13th on the B string, 10th on the top E string. So all together. Quick tip with that, because you noticed I got a bit messy as well. If you kind of hold your hand a little bit back like this, it's quite difficult to not catch that top E string when you're doing the first hammer on. So try and get your fingers propped into the fretboard, then so you're not catching that top E string with that thing. That's the bit, the key part of that. So yeah, next one, Walk This Way by Aerosmith, Joe Perry, another iconic guitarist. This one starts on the open A string, and there's a couple like, just to lead into the riff, then it's the first fret on the A string, second fret on the A string, and they're kind of hammer-ons. And then you're doing a roll onto the second fret of the D string. And that just repeats. And then it's the bottom E string open. And I try and mute that one straight away because it's quite a staccato one. So. And then you've got that same walk up, and then it's a pull off from the third fret on the bottom E string, and then the second fret on the D string again. And when you get that kind of just going, it just flows quite nicely. And it just makes you feel good playing it. And then the final one, T-Rex, 20th Century Boy. I like to just kind of slide into this one. It just makes it sound groovy. It starts off on an E chord, but this is, if you play it with these three fingers rather than these three fingers, you might be tempted to play it with those because you're used to playing your bar chords. That does work, but the next part of that, you're kind of going up here, so it's harder to do with your little finger there. So I play it with these three fingers. And then there's a bit of palm muting. And then we're up to the third fret on the bottom E string. And then we're pulling that down a little bit as well, just to bend it, just give it that kind of distortion. You can play it without that bend, but it's more authentic to so yeah, all three of them are together again. Oops. So yeah, if you like this, please do like, subscribe, all that malarkey. And if there's any other riffs you want to hear, any others you want to learn, then drop us a comment, and I'll do a video on those in the near future. Thanks guys, bye bye.